you had initially chosen Bud to win, right? I think I saw you say that to Ellie. But what did you think about the fight after it was all said and done?
You know, no one expected a one-sided ass beating like that. You know, I was in there with Crawford early in the camp. He brought me in there. Bomac brought me in there. And just his pace, just very calm. I would start just please, fucking trying to just, and I was hitting him, but he wasn't so worried about getting his get back right away. He was just so calm in there, bro. And we did 4 4-minute rounds, 20-second rest. It felt like 10, honestly. Like I'm getting a little bit of water, and then he's already coming to me. So I'm like, okay.
How many of those did you do?
4.
4 minutes with 20-second rest.
Yeah, so he had some other sparring partners there, but it was unbelievable experience.
So what about him stood out when you sparred him besides the patience?
How strong he is. People weren't giving him enough credit. He has a wrestling background. He's real. He has that brute strength in him. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Spence is gonna dog him," and woo woo. But guess what? There was no strategic game plan that I heard from the Spence camp. Besides, I'm gonna break his rib and I'm gonna break his this and that. And it's like, bro, that's Terence Crawford. This guy, you know, at the end of the day has his will, just like you. You can't have a game plan like, oh, I'm gonna just fuck him up. There has to be skill. There has to be a methodical game plan, and you would hear it in the like all accesses or whatever they're called.
Right.
There was no game plan. It's just they thought that Spence was just gonna walk this dude down, use the stick like Spence always has, like when he did Mikey, and just bang him to the body, break his orbital bone like he did Kell Brooks. You know, I've always said Crawford has more of the skill. He's a switch hitter.
Yeah.
He could bang if he wants to. He could counterpunch. He could box. He could do it all. So, and I think he's one of the best finishers in boxing, besides Inoue.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely one of the best finishers. So, was his power that you felt, was it like next level? Was it mediocre? What?
It wasn't like, it wasn't all crazy. It was sharp, calculated. And it was an accumulation of punches. Like, it was kind of like the Shakur. You know how Shakur, they said, oh, in the beginning he had no power. But he's sitting on his shots now, and it's accumulation. I think Terence is so sharp that the accumulation, you don't have that one hitter, but, you know, I've been in the ring with, like, you know, Chris Eubank Jr., he's broken my rib. Carlos Adames, that motherfucker hit, like, ridiculous, bro. Now, that guy has that one hitter hitter, but just as far as skill, man, skills pay the bills, and it's just like, I feel Terence is like a Floyd. You ain't got to be the, you know, biggest knockout guy, or you ain't got to be the best counter puncher. He has an answer, and he'll figure you out.
Wow. Okay, so with him beating Spence, you kind of just, after that was done, you kind of were just more surprised at how one-sided it was?
So surprised. I mean, who expected it like that?
Not many, no.
His jab was like a right hand. I mean, you saw his face, and he stayed southpaw the whole time. I think that was really important. I didn't think Spence was going to think that Terence was going to come out southpaw, because once he hurts you, he'll go southpaw.
Right.
But he started the whole fight, like my dad said. I think he said it on another interview. You know, I think it was on Fight Hub or something. But you know, for a southpaw, we're always battling with a jab. So we normally see an orthodox fighter all the time, just bah, bah, bah. So we're battling the jab hand and feet, it's face,
right?
But southpaw with southpaw, we don't see that much.
Right.
So it's like our kryptonite in a sense. So it was a great game plan by Terence, and you know, I take my hat off to them. 2-time undisputed in 2 different weight divisions. I have a #1 pound for pound. I'm Mexican. I love Canelo. But what he did, bro, I'm a realist. That, bro, you special.
Yeah.
You special for sure.
Yeah, Canelo's still up there, I think. You know, that one ball to a bigger man doesn't remove him, I don't think.
Because he was moving up weight classes, too.
Yeah. You know, and he was trying, okay, so this is going to be your weight class now, right? You're dealing with Crawford, Spence, Boots. Have you ever?
I want to see Boots.
You ever sparred Boots?
Nah, I would love to get in there with him, though. I know he's smart.
He reminds me a lot of Crawford.
You agree? He does a lot. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. It makes no sense for any of these champions or any of these Keith Thurmans or to fight him because it's like you got all the risk and no reward. Why would you want to fight him? I'll be real with you. Like that's what these fighters are thinking.
No, I'm with you. You know, Crawford's at a point in his career where he just wants to either make that money or build his legacy.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, and Boots, he'll make some money, but not the level of if he fights Canelo or Charlo.
Absolutely.
Know, and the risk is high. But how many fights do you see yourself having? How many more until you probably think you're ready for that title shot?
Whenever my team, gives me that green light, I feel ready now. I feel I have the skills to compete at the highest level, and it brings my confidence up. But again, this fight game, what people don't realize is because of our last name, they already want us to go in there all crazy. And my pop's career, a lot of his downfall, a lot of his, a lot of people criticize. Maybe if he wouldn't have stepped into the Trinidad fight a little too soon, or the De La Hoya fight, maybe the outcome of his career he may have had a little more longevity. So look, I got 2-time manager of the year, Eggs Clean Muscle with me. Whenever he says we're ready to go, we're ready to go. But we need the fight fans to be a little patient. I didn't have all this crazy amateur background, so I'm getting my experience. I'm getting my rounds in. Me and my brother Amado have this big fight card. I'm in camp right now, but I'm out here. I gotta support my brother. It's the dynasty, so we fight 2 weeks after today. My brother fights. We fight in Edinburgh, Texas. Over 10,000 people in attendance. I know we're gonna sell that out, bro. We promoted this fight about a month and a half ago. The mayor was there.
Wow.
I mean, politicians were there. 2, 3 truckloads full of kids, amateur kids were coming out, and a lot of it, of course, is because the love that they have for my pops, and it's crazy because, bro, honestly, not even world champions or I wouldn't say world champions, not even Olympians or people on the top rank stable coming up have this type of support, and it's unbelievable. Like the fans, man, tune into our fights, buy our merch, and it's just they're the ones that keep it going.
Wow. Yeah, no, for sure. So what other guys have you sparred at? What other world champions or whatever have you sparred that have given you that kind of experience?
I've been there with Ugas. I've been in there with Chris Eubank Jr. I've been there with Sean Porter. I mean, bro, the list goes on and on. So when someone could just sit behind a camera or sit behind, a keyboard and just say nonsense, we're getting our experience where they don't see it. And when it is time for us to do it under those bright lights, of course, we're going to do that. But, my brother Amado sparred Robertson Ramirez, Hank, Shakur Stevenson, Emiliano, Jorge Linares. The list goes on and on, bro. Like, my dad throws us in there, and he ain't trying to baby us. Throws us in water, we gotta find a way.
Right. Right.
So
now, remind me, is your dad involved in your training?
My mom or my dad?
Your dad.
My dad, absolutely. He looks at everything. He's the most jealous trainer in the world. Hey, after sparring, the coach is trying to tell me, hey, champ, you should do this, you should go to him and be like, hey, Mato, don't be fucking telling my fighter what to do. You don't think we know that? We're working on this. We're working on that. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Well, he was always feisty, your pops.
Yeah, right. To say the least.
To say the least, yeah. No, he was always, yeah. Wow. So your brother sparred. You said Shakur and you said Tank. And were you there for those?
I was there. I was there for the Tank. I was there for the Shakur. Emmy sparred Shakur.
So when you guys spar these guys, do you guys just work or you guys really?
They're trying to knock us out.
Yeah.
Look, we spar at the Top Rank Gym in Vegas. So the Top Rank Gym, you got number top ranked fighters all the time. You got the Olympians that are there. You got names that are there, and some of them are world champions. A lot of them are coming up. A lot of them are world champions. They don't care. They see the little buzz that we got going on.
Right.
And it ain't no work, bro. So sometimes we do work, but it just be whatever measure they're on. If they're throwing some shit like I'm gonna throw. You know,
Right.
yeah, what?
Right. Yeah. So, who would you say was the best overall fighter that you've gotten in there with, sparring or fighting or whatever?
Have to be Bud. I think Bud was just. I would just see the way he shots. You know, he's long. He has long arms too. So you can. I thought I was gonna bully him because I naturally walk around 170, 175, and he's not really like a 147, 154 pounder. He's just doing that just to be great. But you know, yeah, bro. I think Bud, Sean Porter up there. He drowned me with his conditioning. Sean Porter just keeps coming, just kind of football
Yeah.
shit. If you ain't, you're gonna fight every second of every round with Sean Porter. So he definitely gets your ass in shape. If you ain't ready, and you know what I'm saying, he'll get you out of it. So
Okay.
Sean Porter.
What are your thoughts? How do you think the Charlo versus Canelo fight's gonna go?
I feel Canelo at the end of the day has experience, and experience is everything in a fight with him. So, again, he's a hell of a champion. I take my head up to Charlo, but there's weight classes for a reason. As you saw with Canelo and Bivol. So, you can move up 2 weight classes. You've been out the ring almost 2 years. I'm gonna just be real with you. I mean, I see him getting stopped or knocked out.
Okay.
9th, 10th round.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a big bite. It's a lot to chew for Charlo.
It is.
Yeah.
But I took my head off to him because that whole Lions mentality, Lions only. Hey, you going up against Canelo, so you can't say nothing. I mean, people can say whatever they want to say about Caleb Plant. But you got in there with Canelo, and everybody's so quick to comment, but you ain't feeling them shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So who do you think in the lightweight division? Who do you think is the cream of the crop?
Emiliano Vargas.
Okay, besides your brother.
He's gonna get top pick of the year. That's 130 or 135.
135, 140, like all, because they could all fight each other. It's only 5 pounds.
Look, I think Devin Haney moving up, just tells you where his mentality's at. Hey, but you know what? He can't make that weight no more. I mean, he looks like a skeleton.
Yeah, it's tough.
So move up. Those extra pounds help a lot. So hydrate. And I want to see him and Prograis get down.
Haney and Prograis. Okay.
That'll be a hell of a fight.
Okay.
I fought on his undercard when he fought Zepeda.
Right.
At the Dignity House in LA.
Right.
But Prograis a hell of a fighter. But who else we got? We got Tank. Tank's one of the best top right now.
I think so.
He definitely top 10.
Yep.
I think at the end of
Tio?
the day, Tio's really nice. I don't know what's going on with him. Did he say he retired or what's going on with all that?
He's back. No, he's back. I've talked to him a few times. He's back. He's looking to fight. I just don't know who. I think him versus Tank is one of the most exciting fights in boxing.
Stylistically, right? I think so too. Can he withstand that? That it's a shot from Tank, and that's the question. Because his output, I mean, he don't throw like that, but he'll set traps. Even when my brothers sparred Tank, I'm like, damn, I was hit. Like, what is going on? I mean, I'm expecting like beating his chest and him just going all out with my brother. He was just patient boxing.
Oh yeah.
Like set traps. He lets you kind of reach, make a mistake, and
Wow.
But Tank's a hell of a fighter. I think Tank's up there. I'll say Tank's
up there. Shakur, you got, who is...
Oh, you're right, Shakur, bro. I just, look, what I don't like is people don't appreciate it great when they're here now because why? I don't know, jealousy. They're gonna say Crawford's the all-time great when he's done retired because they're gonna realize that. But when you compare Shakur to a Floyd, I just think it's so different, because just in their careers, yes, granted, Shakur has one of some of the best defense. He'll be right in front of him and miss, but Floyd was pretty much Floyd was coming to take your head off. But with less body, he was
No,
was more
yeah.
of a puncher. He wasn't a boxer puncher. He was more like,
Yeah.
I mean, he would do the jumping left hooks, and
Yep.
you wouldn't see it. And
Yep.
then he turned into it's a defensive fighter. He just got older, but I don't think his defense is to Floyd's level. But his defense is one of the best right now, most definitely.
Yeah.
I take my hat off to Shakur. He a hell of a fighter.
He's a good, yeah. I mean, Shakur, you're right. I think he's a very defensive and technical fighter, but visually he doesn't look like a sport,
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
But I guess the mentality is the same. It's like defense first, take your time, be patient.
Definitely. And that's smart. That's the best way to go. That's what my dad sends us. He says, primero inteligente y luego valiente. So that means first use your intelligence, then when you got to use your balls, use them. But don't just use your balls just because, and the Big G says that. So, we take his schooling and to this day, me and my brothers, we think that, even in the locker room, stay behind your stick, stay smart.
Right.
You got to,
So, do you feel any kind of pressure to maintain that knockout streak now? Because it's getting up there.
Not at all. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's like this, like what my dad says. You look for it, you look bad doing it. So a lot of the times, some of my best knockouts I have, it came to me. The shots opened up and it happened. I wasn't even really trying to load up like that. But when I'm loading up and when I'm, overcommitting and I ain't getting hit with dumb shit, my dad's like, listen, you're trying too hard. So
Right.
the shots open up and, I don't put that on myself. Yeah, social media or whatever, they label me as that, but I don't go out there like, oh, I'm going to go knock him out.
Right. Well, I've noticed watching you that you counter a lot, you capitalize on mistakes a lot, and those are going to produce the knockouts because it's the punches that the guys don't see coming.
Yeah.
So, you're right, though. But, at some point, people are going to start focusing on it. Like, remember with Berlanga, how we had all the knockouts? And
that's what I don't. That's what I don't want. So if I do go to the distance, what do you say? Oh, see, I told you they threw bumps in front of him. It's always something, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So they say something about Crawford, and it's like, how are you going to say something about the man when he just 2 weight divisions in this community? It's nuts to me, but that's controversy. America's built off controversy, and that's the fight game. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so let it be.
Right.
I'm excited for the future, for what me and my brothers got and what we got to offer. We all got something different. We all got a little piece of my dad in a different way. And, we're a little piece of a throwback fighter, so we're just excited.
Right. So let me ask you, besides your father, who are your favorite fighters that you like watching growing up or from the past or whatever?
I love Floyd. I mean, I think any fighter growing up, around my age or a little younger, Floyd's an icon, man. The 24/7, the sayings that he would say, and he's a GOAT, man.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd, for what he did inside, outside the ring. Right now I like Benavidez. It's gonna be real tough for Canelo to beat a Benavidez right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it right here. Throws a lot of punches. Canelo's lowered his punch output now. He's more of a 1-1-2 hit you on the shoulder type of guy now, but it works for him. He gets harder. He's a little older, so he don't. I mean, younger Canelo when he fought like Josecito Lopez, that Canelo was throwing it.
Right.
Combinations, punches and punches, but it's gonna be real hard. So, Benavidez, I like him. I like Tank. I like Crawford. I like Loma. For different stuff, I just like grabbing different things. But
what about what about old fighters that are retired? Is there any guys that you really like that?
I think Roy Jones Jr. is one of the best fighters ever. I think Roy Jones Jr. had his own era.
I'm with you.
So what he did, and for you to play a basketball game and then go ahead and go beat some ass, that's crazy to me, bro.
Absolutely.
So, unbelievable athlete. He could have done anything, honestly. That's how gifted he was.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Roy, Whitaker. I like Southpaw, just licking there, thinking. I like Oscar too, man. Regardless of the bad blood that my dad and him had, he damn near had one of the best left hooks in boxing. Had one of the best jabs, and when he was on his toes, nobody's messing with Oscar like that. So.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. So right now, including you and your brothers, who would you say are the top 5 best compound fighters in boxing right now?
Not in any particular order. You're gonna have to put Inoue up there now again too. Inoue, Canelo. I don't care what they say. They're trying to take him out the pound for pound. It's just politics.
Yeah.
Canelo, Bud, for sure. Tank.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, that last one's tough.
the last one is tough, huh? I don't know about the last one. I mean, it's tough. I'm gonna just say Usyk. That's my stablemate.
Yeah, you could do Usyk.
Usyk's up there.
You could do Charlo. You could do
Charlo.
Fury.
Yep.
Bivol or better Biev. I mean, do they belong there? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bivol is a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, it could be interchangeable 1 through 10, but it's just something off the top of my head.
Right. Cool. Look, man, I appreciate you talking to me. Let's talk again after you get that next victory.
Absolutely, I appreciate you.
All right,
bro.
man. Peace.
All right.